Are you struggling with being truly attractive? Here are 7 practical steps to becoming an attractive person, rooted in the wisdom of Solomon, revealing that what truly draws us together transcends the surface. Welcome to a journey that's been hundreds of hours in the making. I've delved into countless books, navigated through tens of courses, and immersed myself deeply in the art of self-improvement and the essence of attraction. It's with this reservoir of knowledge and insight that I bring you this channel, a treasury of transformative wisdom. Stay until the end of the video for a special surprise that will aid you in actualizing these steps in your life. If you're eager to begin this transformative journey, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you'll not miss any of the future videos. Step 1. Dress well. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Yet Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Matthew 6:28-29. To dress well is not to adorn oneself with extravagance, but to honor the body as a temple, a sacred vessel bestowed upon us. It's a reflection of the inner order and dignity, an external manifestation of internal respect. Dressing well is an intricate dance between the material and the spiritual, a testament to the nobility of our inner selves made visible. It is not a call to the vanity of opulence, nor an invitation to the excesses of fashion, but rather an invocation to respect the very vessel that carries us through this temporal journey, our bodies. To dress well is to acknowledge the inherent dignity bestowed upon us, a silent proclamation of self-regard, and a subtle yet powerful form of nonverbal communication. The garments we choose are the first heralds of our presence, speaking volumes before we utter a single word. They are a visual symphony, played out on the canvas of our skin, reverberating with the echoes of our identity. As such, the art of dressing well is synonymous with the art of being known. It is an external cue to the internal harmony of our being, a mirror reflecting the order and beauty we cultivate within. In the biblical sense, to dress well is akin to the wisdom of Bezalel and Oholiab, endowed by the divine with the spirit of wisdom to make garments for Aaron, for glory and for beauty. Exodus 28:3. It was an act of reverence, a tangible form of worship, a realization that to adorn the body is to honor the divine image imprinted upon us. The splendor of Solomon's robes was not entirely a display of wealth, but an affirmation of his wisdom and the respect he commanded. However, to dress well in the modern context is not to mimic the kings and queens of Scripture, but to seek a personal style that resonates with the virtues of modesty, appropriateness, and self-expression. It is a balance between form and function, occasion and individuality. It is a mindful choice that considers the environment, the company, and the message one wishes to convey. But how does one translate this ancient principle into the tangible tapestry of today's attire? First, understand the body as a temple and choose clothes that honor it. Seek out garments that fit well, not constricting movement or spirit, but allowing both to flow gracefully. Prioritize quality over quantity, investing in pieces that stand the test of time both in make and style. Second, know thyself. Develop a personal style that is both unique and true to one's nature. Let the clothes be an extension of the virtues one holds dear. Are they simple, reflecting a spirit of humility? Are they bright, imitating a cheerful heart? Let each thread be woven with intention. Third, consider the context. Dress not to impress, but to express a respect for the occasion. Let the attire for worship differ from that of work, as each setting calls for a different voice in the silent language of clothes. Fourth, maintain a well-kept wardrobe. Just as one tends to the soul, tend to the clothes that cloak it. Keep garments clean, in good repair, and ready to serve not just the needs of fashion, but the deeper calling of representing a well-ordered life. In practical terms, to achieve the art of dressing well, start by decluttering your wardrobe, keeping only those pieces that fit well and feel good. Build a capsule wardrobe with quality basics that can be mixed and matched to create multiple outfits. Understand the colors that complement your natural palette and incorporate them into your attire. Invest in good tailoring. A well-fitted garment elevates any look. Maintain your clothes with regular laundering, ironing, and mending as needed. Finally, dress with an awareness of the message you send to the world and align it with the values you wish to project. In dressing well, we weave a narrative of self-respect, intention, and harmony, crafting an aura that transcends the fabric of our garments. It is a daily practice, a ritual of preparation for the world, and a testament to the divine wisdom that guides us. Step 2. Be active in a high-value way. Activity, when directed with purpose, becomes service. To be active in a high-value way is to echo the diligence of the ants, Proverbs 6:6, which work not for the sake of activity but for the harvest it brings. It's to engage with the world not as a consumer but as a contributor, to sow rather than to reap. Be active in a high-value way is an exhortation to live not merely by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away, through actions that infuse our existence with purpose and service. It is a call to elevate the mundane to the magnificent, transforming routine into ritual, and labor into love. To be active in a high-value way is to emulate the industriousness of creation, wherein every element serves a higher function. Every moment is an opportunity for significance. The ancient texts speak of work as worship, of labor as a service to the divine order. The Proverbs are replete with admonitions to embrace diligence. Go to the ant, O sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. Proverbs 6:6. The ant's tireless effort is not born of necessity alone, but from an innate understanding of its role within the greater curtain of life. It is this understanding that transforms activity into high-value action, the mundane toil into a testament of one's role in the grand narrative. To be active in a high-value way is to recognize that each task, no matter how seemingly trivial, carries the potential to ring into eternity. It is to approach each day with the conviction that our deeds are the stones with which we build the edifice of our destiny. It is to labor with the mindfulness of a craftsman, wherein every stroke, every effort, is a brush upon the canvas of creation. The philosophical underpinnings of this principle are not only about the vigor of action, but about the virtues that drive it. It is about channeling one's strength not into the pursuit of vanities, but into the cultivation of community, the betterment of others, and the stewardship of the world. It is an activity that is measured not by the sweat of one's brow alone, but by the love poured into the toil. In practical terms, being active in a high-value way can be manifested in several aspects of life. 1. Professional pursuits. In the realm of work, seek not only to accomplish tasks but to excel in them, to contribute to the welfare of the community and the betterment of society. Strive for excellence and let your work be a source of innovation and improvement. 2. Personal growth. Engage in activities that enrich the mind, body, and soul. Pursue knowledge, cultivate health, and foster spiritual growth through disciplined study, exercise, and meditation. 3. Service to others. Volunteer your time and resources to causes that uplift the less fortunate. Be a beacon of hope and a hand of help to those in need. 4. Stewardship of the earth. Act with environmental consciousness, understanding that to care for the earth is to honor the Creator. Embrace sustainable practices and advocate for the preservation of nature. 5. Cultural and artistic contribution. Create art, music, literature, or engage in cultural activities that elevate the human spirit and enrich the cultural fabric of the community. In achieving high-value activity, consider these practical steps. Identify your strengths. Reflect on what you are good at and passionate about. How can these strengths serve others and contribute to a greater good? Set purpose-driven goals. Establish clear objectives that align with high-value outcomes, not just personal achievements. Prioritize your tasks. Focus on activities that have the most significant positive impact on your life and the lives of others. Seek continuous improvement. Approach every task with the mindset of doing it better than before, learning from each experience. Create a routine. Develop a daily routine that includes time for work, personal growth, and service. Measure your impact. Regularly assess how your actions contribute to your goals and adjust your approach as necessary. To be active in a high-value way, then, is to walk in the footsteps of those who understood that our deeds are the legacy we leave, the whispers of our existence that linger long after we are gone. It is to act with the wisdom that every moment is a gift, and to use it in a way that honors that gift is the true measure of a life well lived. Step 3. Become high value. Value is not measured in the weight of gold or the count of possessions, but in the weight of character. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Luke 12:34. To become high value is to cultivate virtues, to strive for wisdom, understanding, and to walk in the way of the good, to keep the paths of the righteous. Proverbs 2:20. Becoming high value is a profound inward journey, a steadfast commitment to the enrichment of one's character above the accumulation of possessions or accolades. It is a path laid out not in the transient currency of wealth, but in the enduring qualities of the Spirit. This transformative process is mirrored in the biblical tradition, as wisdom is to be prized above all earthly treasures, Proverbs 3:15. In the scriptures, value is invariably linked to virtue. The book of Proverbs extols wisdom, understanding, and knowledge as the hallmarks of a person of high value. To become high value is to cultivate these within oneself, to embody the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. The journey to becoming high value is not to be undertaken lightly. It is a deliberate process of self-assessment and growth, of casting away the chaff of base instincts and nurturing the wheat of noble traits. It is the embodiment of the call to let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. To achieve this, 1. Seek wisdom. Make a lifelong commitment to learning. Wisdom is not a destination but a journey, one that involves a constant, active pursuit of knowledge. Engage with a wide range of subjects, from theology to philosophy to science, and reflect on how these disciplines intersect with and illuminate each other. 2. Cultivate understanding. Strive to understand not only facts and figures but also the emotions and motivations of those around you. Empathy is a cornerstone of high value, as it allows you to navigate complex social landscapes with grace and forge deep, meaningful relationships. 3. Embrace knowledge. Knowledge is not just the accumulation of facts, but the application of them in ways that are beneficial and productive. Seek to be a contributor to society by applying what you know in ways that uplift others and foster positive change. 4. Practice virtues. Virtue is the practical application of high value in daily life. Make a conscious effort to practice virtues such as honesty, integrity, and generosity. These qualities will endear you to others and establish your reputation as a person of high moral standing. 5. Embody the fruits of the Spirit. Reflect on the fruits of the Spirit and assess how each one manifests in your life. Seek to grow in areas where you are weak and to demonstrate these virtues consistently in your interactions with others. 6. Engage in self-reflection. Regularly take time to reflect on your actions, motivations, and growth. Self-reflection is key to self-awareness, and self-awareness is essential for personal development. 7. Demonstrate good works. Be proactive in your community by volunteering and leading initiatives that align with your values. Good works are the tangible expression of the high value you have cultivated within. 8. Maintain humility. Even as you grow in value, maintain a posture of humility. Recognize that the journey is never complete, and that there is always more to learn from others, from experiences, and from the world at large. In essence, to become high value is to mold one's life in a way that reflects the profoundest of human potentials, to be a vessel of light in a world that often dwells in shadows. It is to walk a path of continual growth, ever aspiring to the ideal that our character and our actions are the true measures of our worth. Step 4. Be aloof. Aloofness is not a detachment from others, but a detachment from the chaos of uncontrolled emotions. It is the calm in the storm, the peace that surpasses understanding. Philippians 4:7. It is the strength to not be swayed by the winds of trends or the tides of public opinion, but to stand firm on the bedrock of principle. Aloofness invites us to traverse the path of restraint and contemplation. In the biblical context, this aloofness is reflected in the exhortation to be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. James 1:19. This form of aloofness is not an emotional distance but a disciplined self-mastery, a deliberate decision to govern one's reactions and embrace a posture of observation before action. It is the art of temperance, a conscious modulation of one's engagement with the world, ensuring that when one does engage, it is with intention and wisdom. In the cacophony of daily life, being aloof in this manner is a silent rebellion against the immediacy of unconsidered response. It is the choice to listen deeply, not just to the words being spoken, but to the spaces between them, the context, the emotions, and the unspoken truths that resonate beyond the audible. To be slow to speak is to honor the words with the weight they deserve, to ensure that when they are released from the lips, they are not just heard but felt and remembered for their insight and compassion. To be slow to anger is to understand the power of a tempered response. Anger, often a reflexive emissary of a threatened ego, is subdued by the higher calling of peace and understanding. It is the recognition that true strength lies not in the volume of one's rage, but in the quiet confidence of one's calm. This is not to deny the emotion, but to channel it, to allow it to inform but not dictate one's actions. Achieving this state of aloofness, this disciplined presence, requires intentional practice. 1. Cultivate active listening. Begin by listening more than you speak. Give full attention to those in conversation with you, not planning your response while they speak, but truly hearing them. This not only shows respect, but also provides a deeper understanding of the dialogue's content and context. 2. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness or meditation exercises to enhance your ability to remain present and centered, even when potential stressors arise. This can help in maintaining a calm demeanor and prevent knee-jerk reactions. 3. Delay your response. When presented with a situation that requires your input, take a deliberate pause. A moment of silence before responding can be a powerful tool for maintaining control over your interactions. 4. Reflect before you react. When emotions run high, take time to reflect. Step away if necessary. Use this time to consider the implications of your words and actions, and choose the path that leads to peace and constructive outcomes. 5. Develop emotional intelligence. Work on understanding your emotions and those of others. Recognizing emotional triggers can help in managing your reactions and engaging with others in a more controlled and empathetic manner. 6. Set boundaries. Know your limits and communicate them clearly to others. Setting boundaries is a way of protecting your energy and keeping yourself from reactive situations. 7. Choose your battles. Not every provocation requires a counter. Discern which situations merit your energy and which are better met with silence and composure. 8. Seek wisdom. Turn to the wisdom of Scripture and the counsel of trusted advisors when faced with challenging situations. Often, a perspective outside of our own can provide the clarity needed to respond with grace. In embodying aloofness as defined by biblical standards, we fortify our inner citadel with the virtues of patience, understanding, and discernment. It is a state of being that is not disengaged from the world but engages with it on terms that honor the spirit of calm and control, a testament to the strength of a composed and reflective soul. Step 5. Grow social circle. The breadth of one's social circle should not dilute the depth of one's character. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. To grow one's social circle is to expand one's capacity for relationships that refine and edify, not those that only entertain or distract. Growing social circles speaks to the innate human desire for connection and community. It is a reflection of the ancient wisdom that, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. To grow one's social circle is not to collect acquaintances as one might collect stamps, but to cultivate relationships that are mutually enriching, that challenge us to grow, and that provide support in times of need. The biblical notion of community emphasizes the strength found in fellowship. The early church was marked by believers who gathered together, devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Acts 2:42. Their social circle was not purely a network. It was a conglomeration of lives woven together by shared beliefs, common goals, and collective experiences. It was in this communal context that individuals found encouragement, correction, and a sense of belonging. To grow one's social circle in a way that is authentic and value-adding requires intentionality and discernment. It involves seeking out and nurturing relationships with those who inspire and edify, who reciprocate in kindness, and who share a commitment to living out values that uplift and sustain. In contemporary terms, expanding one's social circle is not simply a matter of increasing one's friend count on social media, but of deepening the quality of connections and finding common ground in a landscape often fragmented by individual pursuits and digital isolation. Here are practical steps to achieve this. 1. Engage in community activities. Participate in local events, clubs, or groups that align with your interests or values. These are fertile grounds for meeting people who share your passions and can contribute positively to your social circle. 2. Volunteer. Offer your time to charitable organizations or causes. Volunteering not only contributes to the greater good but also connects you with others who are likewise committed to service. 3. Attend workshops or seminars. Seek out educational opportunities that interest you. These settings can facilitate connections with like-minded individuals who are also looking to grow and learn. 4. Connect through faith. If you are a person of faith, engage more deeply with your religious community. Participate in study groups, social events, or outreach programs that your religious center offers. 5. Host gatherings. Create your own opportunities for connection by hosting events or gatherings. This can range from casual dinners to book clubs to discussion groups on topics of mutual interest. 6. Be open to new relationships. While it's important to be discerning, also be open to connecting with people who might not share all of your interests or beliefs. Diversity in relationships can challenge and expand our perspectives. 7. Nurture existing relationships. Social circles grow not just by adding more people, but by deepening the relationships already in place. Invest time and energy into your existing relationships, and they will often organically lead to new connections. 8. Be a good listener. Show genuine interest in others. Being a good listener can attract people to you and can be the foundation for strong reciprocal relationships. 9. Use social media wisely. Utilize social media platforms to enhance real-world relationships. Join online groups that have offline meetups, or use these platforms to stay in touch with and plan gatherings with local friends. 10. Practice hospitality. Be known as someone who is hospitable and inclusive. Often, the warmth of one's welcome can be the bridge that connects disparate individuals into a coherent and supportive social web. By implementing these steps, you can expand your social circle in meaningful ways. The goal is not to simply increase the quantity of connections, but to build a community that reflects the richness and diversity of human experience. A social fabric that is both supportive and challenging, allowing each thread to contribute to a more beautiful whole. Step 6. Be intentional. Every action, every word must be laden with intention, for the heart of the righteous ponders how to answer. Proverbs 15:28. To be intentional is to act not out of impulse but from a wellspring of deliberation, to let one's deeds be the fruit of the soul's considered desires. Being intentional is an articulation of purpose in every act, embodying the profound truth that the heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. Proverbs 15:28. To be intentional is to live with deliberate action, to approach life with a sense of purpose and a commitment to conscious choice. It is to eschew the passive drifting that characterizes the lives of many, and instead navigate with the compass of active decision-making. In the biblical narrative, intentionality is exemplified in the life of Daniel, who resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. Daniel 1:8. This decision was not a simple preference, but a deliberate choice born of a commitment to his values and beliefs. It set the trajectory for his life, influencing his actions and the impact he had on those around him. To be intentional is to understand that every decision, no matter how small, can have far-reaching consequences. It is to recognize that our lives are the sum of our choices, and each choice is a thread in the quilt of our destiny. Intentionality requires us to be mindful of our values and goals, to make decisions that are congruent with them, and to take responsibility for the path we choose. Being intentional in our modern context can manifest in various aspects of life, from our careers and education to our relationships and personal development. It means setting goals that are aligned with our deepest values and making choices that move us toward those goals. Here are practical steps to live intentionally. 1. Define your values. Clarify what is most important to you. What principles do you want to guide your life? Write these down and refer to them often. 2. Set clear goals. Based on your values, define clear and achievable goals for different areas of your life. These should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. SMART. 3. Make conscious choices. With every decision you face, ask yourself, does this align with my values and goals? Choose paths that lead you closer to your desired outcomes. 4. Plan your time. Use calendars and to-do lists to organize your time. Prioritize tasks that are in line with your goals and be prepared to say no to things that aren't. 5. Reflect regularly. Spend time reflecting on your progress towards your goals. Are your actions reflecting your intentions? If not, what needs to change? 6. Learn to pause. Before reacting to people or situations, take a moment to pause and think about the most intentional response. 7. Accept mistakes. When things don't go as planned, acknowledge it, learn from it, and recalibrate. Intentionality includes learning from missteps and using them to make better choices in the future. 8. Be present. In your interactions with others, practice being fully present. This means listening actively and engaging genuinely. ensuring your relationships are purposeful and enriching. 9. Continuously educate yourself. Keep learning about yourself, others, and the world. Education is a critical component of living intentionally, as it informs your choices and broadens your perspective. 10. Take action. Intentionality is not just about planning but also about doing. Take concrete steps toward your goals, even if they're small ones. Progress comes from consistent action. To be intentional is to write the story of your life with thoughtful strokes. It's to live not by chance but by choice, ensuring that when the final page is turned, it tells a tale not of what happened to you, but of what you chose to happen. It's a commitment to live not just in the moment, but for the moments to come, crafting a life that is as purposeful as it is profound. Step 7. Pray. Finally, to pray is to commune with the divine, to align the will of the mortal with the eternal. It is through prayer that one finds the strength to master oneself, to turn from the siren call of destructive emotions and embrace the serenity of divine grace. Praying is often perceived as a personal, introspective act, yet its influence radiates outward, shaping one's demeanor and presence in ways that are deeply attractive. To pray is to engage in a transformative exchange where the inner turmoil is quieted and the spirit is uplifted, resulting in a countenance of peace and a persona that exudes serenity. In this sacred dialogue, one draws upon the wellspring of wisdom and grace, which polishes the human character to a luster that is perceptible to all. In the biblical context, the allure of prayer is not found in the grandeur of one's words, but in the authenticity of one's heart. It is this genuine connection with the divine that molds an individual into a beacon of light and a vessel of love, traits that are universally recognized as hallmarks of true attractiveness. Prayer, then, not only enriches the one who prays, but casts a gentle, compelling aura around them. It instills a sense of purpose and instigates a transformation that makes one stand out, not as a clamoring gong, but as a resonant chord that strikes a harmonious note in the symphony of life. Here are practical steps to cultivate a prayerful life that enhances personal attractiveness. 1. Cultivate inner peace. Regular prayer instills a deep-seated peace that is reflected in a calm and composed demeanor, which is inherently appealing. Start and end your day with prayer to maintain this sense of tranquility. 2. Nurture compassion. Use prayer as a means to cultivate empathy and compassion for others. When you genuinely care for the well-being of others, it becomes evident in your actions and expressions, drawing people towards you. 3. Seek wisdom. Pray for wisdom, which will guide you to act with insight and understanding in your interactions. Wisdom is an attractive quality that endears individuals to one another. 4. Maintain humility. Prayer is a practice that fosters humility, a quality that underscores the attractiveness of a person by showing their strength without arrogance. 5. Foster patience. Through prayer, ask for patience in dealing with life's challenges. A patient person is level-headed and measured in their responses, qualities that are attractive in a world of haste and impulsiveness. 6. Show gratitude. Expressing gratitude in prayer helps you to focus on the positive aspects of life. A grateful spirit is a joyful spirit, and joy is magnetic in its appeal. 7. Develop resilience. Use prayer to find strength in difficult times. Resilient individuals possess an inner fortitude that is both inspiring and attractive. 8. Practice authenticity. Be honest in your prayers, which will help you live authentically. Authenticity is a trait that resonates with others and builds genuine connections. 9. Embrace silence. In prayer, embrace silence to listen and reflect. This practice will help you respond to life with thoughtfulness, an attribute that is subtly compelling. 10. Live with intention. Let prayer guide you to live intentionally. An intentional life is one of purpose, and there is a profound allure to someone who lives with clear intention and focus. In essence, prayer shapes the inner self in ways that cannot help but manifest outwardly. It bestows a depth of character, a richness of spirit, and a presence that is quietly commanding. This is the true nature of attractiveness. It is the beauty of the soul made visible, a beauty that prayer nurtures in the quiet places of the heart, only to shine forth in every word, every gesture, and every encounter. This wisdom does not call for an easy path. It is a summons to a higher way of being, a network of ancient wisdom. Let us then, as a collective, embark on this quest not simply to become pleasing to the eye, but magnetic to the soul, attractive in a manner that time cannot wither nor age diminish. As we conclude today's session, I want to express my heartfelt thanks for your company throughout this video. Your engagement is the heartbeat of this community, and it's a privilege to be on this journey with you. Reflect for a moment. Which of the 7 steps discussed has resonated with you? Which do you feel compelled to incorporate into your everyday life? I'm genuinely interested to hear your thoughts, so please take a moment to share your intentions in the comments below. Your input is invaluable. It's the spark that ignites discussion and growth within our community. Remember, what we've covered today is just the beginning of our exploration into becoming a more attractive person. We've initiated this conversation, but there's so much more to delve into. In our upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into the practical aspects of enhancing our lives. We'll discover ways to find a spouse, to increase our wealth, to make more friends, and to elevate ourselves in all dimensions, be it in love, relationships, or financial success. For those of you who've journeyed with us to the end, as I promised at the start, there's a gift waiting. You'll find a link to a free PDF below this video, a guide outlining practical steps to help catalyze your transformation into someone even more compelling and magnetic. I'm excited to witness your growth paralleling the expansion of our channel. The sessions ahead are brimming with potential and insights, and I am thrilled to be your companion on this path to enrichment. Thank you again for your commitment to personal betterment. The path doesn't end here. It only becomes richer and more promising. So, engage in the conversation, download the PDF, and let's move forward together, eager for the abundance of growth that awaits us. Stay tuned, engage with our content, and let's flourish together in this community, dedicated to becoming the best versions of ourselves.